welcome back to Eyezzzick Games. I'm Eyezzzick here with another Ark tutorial, and today I'm going to show you guys something that every single player in Ark is eventually going to do, and that's get a wyvern egg. I'm here with my newly tamed Griffin to show you two different methods on how to get a wyvern egg, one pretty early game and one mid to late game depending on how fast you get resources. So I'm on Ragnarok, the map that I recommend you get wyvern eggs on. To me, it's just the easiest and quickest way to do it, and location on the map is going to be at that big black scar area. So you're looking at about 65 longitude to about 30-ish, maybe 25 latitude. And it's pretty easy to identify if you're flying above it on a Griffin. So this is a really low tame Griffin, level 20, the lowest you can get. So you don't need a high tame Griffin, but you do really need to keep an eye on your stamina, because if it's a low tame Griffin, you're not going to have a lot of stam. So the reason I do it on a Griffin is because of the special abilities that Griffin has, and that is their glide ability. I just call it Griffin speed because that's what my tribe ended up calling it, and it stuck with me ever since. And that's when you're flying around, when you're running, using its stamina to go faster. If you're slightly angled down, unlike every other flyer in the game except for snow owls, they will glide and actually gain speed, and you'll see that you go significantly faster than the majority of flyers in the game. So your base speed is just way faster than any other flyer, so wyverns, who are pretty fast natural flyers, will not be able to catch up with you. The only thing is you're going to use a ton of stamina doing this, which is why I recommend doing this with about 1,000 stamina. Other than that, you're going to have a pretty hard time escaping wyverns. I have seen people just tame a pterodon and immediately come here to grab a wyvern egg, but that's pretty risky, because as soon as you pick up a wyvern egg, all the wyverns in range are going to immediately aggro you, and they will aggro you pretty far across the map, so you need to be careful. So I'm going to go and grab an egg to show you how it's done. It really is just a snatch, snatch and grab and run, and while showing you the first method, I'm going to show you the second method just because I really don't feel like dying. So you'll see here that you can see a nest across the cavern. You're going to look for little alcoves such as this one that usually house an egg. This is also where you can get some obsidian and sulfur and whatnot, but you really do need to keep an eye out for the wyverns, as they will aggro you from pretty far away, and they hurt, especially if you're on a low tame pteranodon or a Griffin, or if you're just here by yourself because you're crazy. But you can see down there's a nest. Over there's a couple alcoves in the side of the cavern, and there's usually eggs there, and unfortunately you can't really see the eggs until you get a little closer. So you'll see that actually there is a lightning wyvern egg there. There's none in those caverns there. So we have identified where an egg is. I'm going to go and make sure that I have max stamina before I run down and grab it. What I could do is, if I'm not feeling confident on grabbing that one, I could just try and find one that's closer to the top. But it looks like that one might be an okay one. The only reason I don't like it on a Griffin is because it is close to the ground, so I won't be able to immediately gain the extra speed to run off. Like this one is a pretty good one for me, because then I'll be able to dive immediately out of the alcove and run. And you see there are a couple poison wyverns over there, the green wyverns, and I'm not as scared of them as I am lightning wyverns or the alpha wyvern. Unfortunately, there isn't an egg here, so that's kind of unfortunate. So I'm going to run across and see, and of course you can always just look around, make sure there are no wyverns around. I'm going to run, so there is a wyvern egg here. I'm going to land next to it, and I'm going to pretty much just wait until I'm at full stamina. And you'll see in the upper right I'm at full stamina, and again, as soon as you pick this up, everybody's going to target you. So depending on what level egg that you're looking for, I recommend not taking anything less than 100, because it's not really worth it unless you're just farming for special eggs, for extraordinary kibble, for example. A level 55 egg is something that I wouldn't take, but if you are just farming for them, good enough for you. So I grab the egg, and I'm immediately going to get some speed and just fly as far away from this place as possible. And you'll see here that those poison wyverns did end up targeting me. So that means I have to get pretty far away because my stamina is not great. That's a giga. So I can't land over there. So my second method of getting wyvern eggs, which I recommend if you have the resources to do so, is to do something like this. Which is grab your egg, set up some turrets, and let them take care of the rest. And now all of the wyverns that have targeted me and were aggroed are dead in front of me. So these, whoop, don't know why you're doing that. Stupid Griffin. So these turrets are heavy turrets, not normal turrets. So they are quite expensive. You can do this with a regular turret as well. This is way overkill. I think I have 8 turrets set up here with a generator, which is super overkill. There's absolutely no need for that. But I was just here farming this a lot. So I'm actually going to throw the important stuff on my other flyer here and go grab one more just to show you guys around. And it looks like that egg. So here's something that's very unfortunate with most servers. And I'm actually just going to take the wyvern for the next area that I do, since you have seen both of the methods. I'm just going to show you the rest of the scar so that you can be familiar with what it looks like before you go diving around in it. Hello, lightning wyvern. So the other unfortunate thing when it comes to farming eggs is that if your server, if nobody has been grabbing the eggs for a while, the eggs will naturally spoil in their nests. So if you pick them up, they'll instantly spoil in your inventory, which is quite unfortunate. So here's the little lower part. It's a bit harder to grab and run with the eggs with the Griffin in here. It is still possible as long as you have plenty of stamina. But again, so most of the eggs I'm going to pick up for the next, I don't know, 30 minutes because I might just farm them all out of here. They're going to instantly spoil once they hit my inventory because they've been sitting in their nest so long that they're spoiled, but they don't naturally despawn. So somebody has to pick them up for them to then start respawning their eggs. So you'll see here I came over out here at the beach, over here on the map. So there is a second entrance if you wanted to go that way into the cavern. And then there's, of course, this entrance right here if you wanted to dive into the cavern this way. I don't recommend it. The easiest way for me to get eggs is just to go to the wide open cavern where I originally got that lightning wyvern egg and ran away. Also, for those who need to know, that's a giga. This is one of their naturally spawning spawn points over here in the grasslands, and that looks like somebody else on the server has been making a giga trap to tame them, and we can do that in another video as well if that's something that you would like. But again, I just stick to this main area right over here, grab your eggs, and run away. The 3 main ways are Pteranodon, super early game, super risky. Griffin, kind of, early to mid game, kind of, a bit easier as long as you have high stamina. And of course, the mid to late tier strat, which is just to grab yourself a bunch of turrets. And to end this video off, we're going to kill this alpha wyvern with all my turrets. I'm going to see if if they'll kill it relatively quickly, because alphas have a ton of health. Kind of lucky this guy spawned. So you can kill an alpha wyvern to get the milk. This is also another good way to get wyvern milk, by the way, killing the alpha wyvern. So, oh god, it didn't instantly kill him. So I actually ended up taking some damage, but they did kill it. And I should have gotten some wyvern milk from that. So I should be able to access its inventory once I harvest its body. Looks like there's some there. Oh, and there you go. Tons and tons of wyvern milk. I think they can also, I'm not quite sure, I think they can also drop some blueprints. But mostly you're after it for the wyvern milk. So I'm actually going to take all of this. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Anything that you guys want covered, feel free to leave comments down below. Other than that, you guys have a great day.